Hey, what is up, Dynasty Toys family? Just wanted to take some time to answer some questions that you guys have based off the latest video that came out. So, number one, if you haven't watched the video about choosing between the Dynasty Dashboard and FBA inventory, please go back and watch that video because these questions won't make sense unless you watch that video. But if you did get a chance to watch that video, I am here to answer your questions and hopefully, clarify anything that is out there. So number one, thanks for taking time to watch the previous video. And I hope this brings a lot of clarity to your questions moving forward. We are very excited to be moving into, toy season. So first question, this is just consolidated amongst all the teams. So this should, for the most part, cover most questions. If I don't answer a question that is still out there, please contact your champion and let them know. All right, what to do with current inventory on Amazon? I know we're balancing a lot of different things when it comes to Amazon inventory that you guys currently have. Ideally, we can sell it either right now via, some type of promotion. If we can't do that, and I guess it's three answers to that question. So the question is what to do with current Amazon inventory. We can try to do a blowout sale and get it out now. You can hold it until Christmas to sell it then, but I understand that's, going to affect different, inventory, performance index, everything like that. So, not mandatory, but it's also an option. And the third is we could just place a removal if you want it out of your account. So those are the three options. It's up to you, and we'll give you our best input. It really depends on each product, on what we're doing. So that's of current inventory in your account. And then the next question is Dynasty controlling all platforms and listings? Yes, we will be controlling all of that. That's the benefit of the dashboard is we're in full control of those. The dates on return on investment, basically you guys want to know when you can continue to reinvest. So the way we're going to do this, and I'm going to be answering a different question in a second. The way this is going to work is down here on the total net deposit coming to you. So that is, if you were going to get a check or a deposit into your account, that's whatever number is populated down here will be your number. And the way that works is you could either redeem that for cash, right? Or roll it into more, basically roll it more into your original purchase amount up here, right? So essentially it's like purchasing more inventory, which will then, have a conversion rate. And then, basically you can continue to reinvest at whatever rate you would like to do that. Okay. So again, the kind of two options based off this question. Either you can cash out your net deposit or you can continue to get it to work during the Q4 season. Okay, so let's say your net deposit comes quicker than anticipated, and you're like, awesome, I want to keep this going for Q4. That'll be a very simple button that can do that and manage that for you. So you'll be able to manage all of it from here. And if you do choose to cash out, the cash deposits are coming out at the end of each month. That's how we're going to do it. Alrighty. When will the dashboard be ready? This dashboard will be rolling out at the end of October, so that we're nice and positioned going into November. And then, how will the payments work? That's what I kind of beat you to the punch on that. So it's at the end of each month. We will be exporting a total net deposit here, and that will be your check that's going out, most likely via bill pay. That's what we're going to try to do it on. Okay, so one of the questions is about the Dynasty Toys platform analytics. This is different than the Dynasty Toys platform. So when we look at the Dynasty Toys platform analytics, that is going to be for people who want to take an active role in selling things on a Dynasty Toys platform. Okay, and so just to kind of bring clarity to this is to where you don't have to really do much on this or anything really besides log into your account. Okay, the Dynasty Toys platform is if you went out on Black Friday and you wanted to try to sell your LOL doll that you got on a great sale, that's a whole different experience and user interface. And so when we look at that on the platform side, you will have access to page traffic, uh, sales data, order speed, basically everything you have access to on Amazon's side. So, you'll get plenty of data on there to work with, and it's kind of an ever evolving platform. So, but again, I just want to, answer that delineation. This is not what I'm showing you right now is not selling on the Dynasty Toys quote platform. This is a master Dynasty Toys dashboard, so you're tied to every revenue stream that Dynasty is participating in. And if you want to sell a item separately on the platform, that is going to be an entirely different user interface that we can walk you guys through. All right. Can you do both, or do you have to choose one? So I'm pretty sure that question is related to, can you do FBA, right? Can you get your inventory in FBA, or do you have to do the dashboard? And my answer to that is, kind of goes back to my original video. My original video says, hey, we're more than happy to send inventory in via FBA. I personally don't think it's the best decision for you, because of what we're seeing on the Amazon forefront, but if you did want to do some form of a blend, we can do a blend of that too. It's just, we cannot protect you as much, so like you are making a decision at that point, kind of against our recommendation, to receive it into your account. And so, we do have to kind of draw a line there and say, hey, you're choosing to do this, and so you got to kind of do it at your own risk when it starts to go into your own account. And again, that's not because, I love Amazon. I think it's going to be phenomenal. It just, opens up a whole new can of worms that we can't control. And really control over this Christmas season is very, very valuable. So that's all. It is not something of me saying how much I believe in Amazon, or we absolutely love Amazon and the sales channel of it. It's unmatched. But once you receive that inventory in your account, our hands are just, our options are somewhat tied to that specific ASIN. So again, happy to send something into your account if that's what you really like. But we do recommend, unless there's a very compelling reason why you want it in your account, this Dynasty Dashboard will do all of that and more for you. As far as new Dynasty products this season, yes, we have new Dynasty products in more in a collaborative effort. All that means is, to the consumer, it will seem like Dynasty has just like a never-ending amount of product, which is great. But we kind of figured out a new way to not have to carry the risk or burden of those products. So to the consumer, yes, are those products going to be stacked up in our warehouse? No, and that's a good thing. Okay. So, again, I hope you guys appreciate the fact we're always looking at how we get better, stronger, leaner, faster in mitigating risk. And I think we've solved that equation. So how is this different than the Done For You of 2018? So this Done For You model of 2018, the biggest mistake I made one of the biggest mistakes I made in 2018 was I hadn't built something to, when we took on this model, what I didn't understand was that you had to build an entire communication structure and onboarding process before that. So what's different about this one is, number one, you guys were blind to what was happening. Number two, there was no way for you to know whether it was going good or bad. And then the last part of it is, I did a really poor job articulating how it's all still tied to, sales of inventory. And so I think the difference of 2019 is now you guys are way more behind the curtain. You have a direct line of communication with us that's ever improving. And now you're going to have a platform that showcases, you know, how things are moving specifically for you. That's the biggest difference, you know, as opposed again to like a total, you know, what's going on. And again, you know, we were debating on sending the inventory into your Amazon account, but the risk just seemed too high versus, you know, the flexibility that this brings. Let's see. So the question is, you know, what will the updates on this dashboard look like? These are not connected to, you know, APIs. What that means is like the way you see your daily sales on Amazon is because it's connected to, you know, Amazon's actual system, and you get those daily or, you know, minute by minute order reports. This will not work like that. We're gonna have to manually upload this information at least to get started. Ideally, we can move to an API relationship where it's real time. And so, you know, we're really looking at per week or bi-weekly updates onto this. And again, that's because we're manually inputting it. I think we can get pretty close to automation, you know, but we'll for sure be, until we connect to an API, we're going to have to export sales reports, put them through, you know, basically an Excel spreadsheet that's then going to upload onto these dashboards. That'll be the relationship. Yes. Sorry, I just answered the question that I read. Do you have access to more ASINs? The answer is yes. If you do the dashboard allows for access to way more ASINs. Again, the FBA version of it does not, just by the nature of what it is. Okay. We are limited. We have complete ultimate flexibility on the dashboard because we're keeping it all in our warehouse, not sending into FBA. Okay. So we can make a bajillion different ASINs. We can move product around. It's very, very flexible. The second we send into FBA, we're committed to those ASINs. Okay. So via the dashboard, plenty of ASINs, you know, plenty of new opportunity. Send it into FBA. You know, we're betting on those ASINs and hopefully they perform. And then, are you able to buy more product instead of money coming back to me? Yes, definitely. That kind of goes back to, you know, the rotation that I talked about down here. You know, if you want to cash out, or if you want to, you know, go back to purchase more, you totally can. And then, you know, the way that this is going to look, this is going to be the way that these numbers are going to break down is you'll have your original. So if you originally put 10,000 in, this will say 10,000 right here. It'll convert to 14,000. And then if you've gotten any sales over this time frame, that'll be populated in these areas for a total net deposit. So this will be your ultimate tracking of your numbers. And then the question is difference between a shareholder and a COC member. A shareholder owns stock in Dynasty. Currently, none of you own stock in Dynasty. Now we want to get you there, and we're moving towards that. We're very, very excited for that to come to you guys. But a membership in our co-op is completely different, meaning, you know, you get the benefits of the co-op, which, you know, I'll talk about that actually in more detail when we're releasing this dashboard, because a lot of the sales of Dynasty and the initiatives of Dynasty are going to contribute to the co-op. So you get benefits through the co-op. I'll talk about that further, but, you know, there is a delineation. Being a shareholder in Dynasty, which, you know, none of you guys are at the moment, is different than, you know, being a share member of the co-op. On the co-op side, you know, it's a great place to start because you're going to get a lot of the rev share benefits of Dynasty. And then as soon as we're able to, we're going to, you know, do our best to make you guys shareholders in Dynasty itself. Okay, so make sure to kind of keep that, you know, in your vision, because at some point you'll be able to use these credits for shares in Dynasty. I hope that answers your guys' questions. Really looking forward to a great Q4. Thank you for going on this ride with us. You don't know how much it means to me, my family, our team. You know, we're going to do something amazing. And I appreciate you guys having vision and, you know, going on this journey. Take care and have a great day.